Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the game room. Today we're going to do what I traditionally do for every set, at least the regular price sets. I don't do this for the Masters sets anyway. We're going to crack some packs from the latest set, which is called Wilds of Eldrane. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a bit about the set, Wilds of Eldrane, and then I'm going to crack some packs open and show you what I get. I've got a wide variety of product to open today, and I'll show you a bit about what we're going to open. So we're going to crack 2 of these pre-release kits. I have opened the thing just to get the box off, just to make it easy for me to open the things. Of those, we're going to crack some regular boosters, which are these bad boys, the one with the Ashiok pictured on it. So these are set boosters. We're going to crack some draft boosters. And we're going to crack some of the promo packs, and I'm also going to show you some of the promos for the set. Okay, so let's get started. So Eldraine is the fairy tale set in Magic, so it's got a fairy tale mythology associated with it. So there's stuff like giants, the beanstalk, stuff like rats and mice, and the carriage, and various other things you just associate with fairy tales, like the fairies. And that kind of thing. So it's a fairy tale theme set. So this is the second time we've visited the plane of Eldraine. The original one was it's got to be at least 5 years ago now. I can't. No. Wait, was it I think it came out. It was Eldraine was one of the first. I think it was one of the sets just released before lockdown. I think it was not. It was like 19. Was it 19 or something around? Anyway, time flies. Anyway, I'll tell you a little bit about the mechanics that are. So there's some new mechanics in Eldraine, and there's some returning ones. So first we're going to focus on the new ones. So we're going to go down here because I think the glare is better. I apologise for any glare on any foils or anything. Okay, so we're going to explain a bit about the new mechanics. So this is explained by this common. So this is one of the red commons in the set. So this is a 2G for 2, but it has celebration. Celebration being it gets +1/+1 and it has trample, as long as 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control this turn. So this is really good for a common. I feel it's one of the better red commons, and a lot of red cards and white cards generally have this mechanic on it in the set. So it's basically just 2 non-land permanents entered on the battlefield under your control. There are also lots of things that come in with a body and make a token, or like there's a white enchantment that comes in with a body and makes the token. Alright, so that's celebration, a new mechanic. Well, it's not really. It's just an adaptation of a normal mechanic, but that's how. Okay, so then we have these what are called rolls. So rolls are basically like token enchantments. They basically they come and attach to a creature. There are various things that are saying create this particular roll. There are various different rolls. Anyway, we'll go through the various different ones. So the first one being monster. It's a token enchantment, so it's like an aura that attaches to a creature. You have to have a creature to get it. And it's basically enchanted creature has +1/+1 and trample. These are just the tokens to represent them in the set. Then we have sorcerer. So it's an enchanted creature. It gets +1/+1, and if the creature attacks, scry 1. We move on to the next set. There's 6 total. Alright, so this is young hero. So this is enchanted creature has whenever the creature attacks, if its toughness is 3 or less, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Anyway, I hope people are enjoying the new set. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure on at the moment. I don't think it's as good as the original Eldraine. But anyway, it's still early days. Yeah, there's some cool cards in there. And then there's basically an entire separate sheet of what are called Enchanted Tales. Hopefully we'll see some of those later. Well, we're definitely going to see some of them. And we're aiming to get hopefully a doubling season or something like that, which is a selection of reprints. So the set has a enchantment focus, so a lot of the enchantments have been reprinted from Rhystic Study, Smothering Tithe. Quite a few of the cards in the set have got alternate anime artwork as well. Alright, so this is a royal, so it's enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has ward 1. Then we're on to the last one, so wicked. So it's an enchanted creature gets +1/+1, and when the aura is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1. And the last one is cursed. We're also going to do a code giveaway as normal. So we've got some codes to give away to those people who couldn't get to the pre-release. And you need to say first come, first served on those. I'll get to them in a bit. It's enchanted creature. it's a curse roll, so you basically, this is more like on put something you put on your opponent player's creatures. It's a curse, so it's enchanted creature, has base power and toughness 1/1. Then we've got some returning mechanics. So there are lots of things that make treasure. Treasure are just like colourless artifacts, so they're basically lotus petals effective. There are lots of things that generate in a minute. Sack an artifact, add 1 mana of any colour to mana pool. Then we've got food, another token artifact, and it's 2 sacrifice, gain 3 life. Alright, those are. Oh, and sagas make a return as well. So we know how sagas work. I don't really need to go through those. All right, let's start with the cracking the packs. There's quite a few to go through. We're starting with this is what you get at the pre-release. So when you go to a pre-release, you get one of these little boxes. The artwork on this is very nice. It's got all this kind of purple and thing. But like, do they really need all this packaging? I'm not really sure we do. They could probably do it better. Anyway, that's the artwork on that. So basically, in this little pack, people that go to a pre-release, you get various things when you go to the pre-release. So basically, in each of these packs you get for your entrance fee, you basically get 6 boosters and a pre-release promo card. So basically, with these, you have to make a sealed deck, which is basically you're aiming to play 40-card deck, and you're aiming to be playing around 23 cards and 17 lands, and then basically you play various people on various rounds. I mean, you say before I carry on in any detail, I've got to thank the Gamers Guild in Red Hill. Big up to the Gamers Guild. I've taken over running the F&M now, so I'm running the F&Ms for them. Anyway, so the thanks to them for providing me with some of the product featured in today's video. And also thanks to the Game Shop in Aldershot in Hampshire, which provided me with most of the product features in this video. Anyway, thanks to my two stores that I've been supporting for like quite a long time now, 15-20 years on most of them. Alright, we'll start with cracking the packs. Wish me luck. Hopefully it will be good. I've tried to pre-open them so I won't have as much trouble, but I'm trying to do this with one hand, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, wish me luck. Hopefully we'll get some mythics. I'm trying to keep them out of the shot until I get it in without spoiling anything too much. Alright, so we've got the first one, so that's a roll. So they come with 2 of these as default. Okay, that's my first promo. So this is Raging Battle Mouse. This is a red mouse. I think this card is pretty cool. It's basically showing you the celebration mechanic. So this is a 1 and a red for a 2/1. Oh, it's worth bearing in mind I've played a lot of red cards in this set. I think red's quite a good colour in the set. Red-black being particularly strong, and I think red-white is quite strong. In my sealed decks, I played Simic, because I opened the Goose. I might show you a Goose later. And then I played green, red, red-black. I've drafted red, black, red, white. So I've done 3 seals and I think it's 3 seals, 4 drafts. Anyway, and I've gone positive in most of them as well. So this is the Battle Mouse. So it has a passive where the second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less, which enables you to get the celebration more likely. And it's at the beginning of the combat on your turn. If 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1/+1, so it doesn't have to be the mouse. Anyway, mice is cool. There's also rats in the set as well. The mouse token's quite cool as well. Okay, so that was our first promo. Okay card, not amazing. Good in limited though. Okay, so we'll start with just the pack work. So this is the artwork on the Wilds of Eldrane. So these are all draft boosters. Draft boosters only have 12 cards in, but that's what you get. I'll show you some set in a minute. Okay, so we'll try and open this. Oh. Sorry, might have to try and do this one-handed again. Sorry for the judgery camera. Alright, right. I'm going to go through them. I'm not going to show any particular cards. If there's anything I feel that's worth showing, I will do. Okay, so that's the rest. So it's basically a saga. So basically you work your way through them. It's choose a target non-token creature you control that doesn't have the same name as the token you control. So it's 2 blue and a red. So it basically makes a fractal copy, which isn't legendary. It's a reflection. So basically they're delayed. You basically get them for the first 2 steps, and then you get a sacrifice at the end, and you basically lose them, so you don't get them for thing. Other rare from the Tales thing is Copy Enchantment. That's quite cool. not as valuable as it used to be, but it's still okay. Oh, what's this at the back? Oh, it's only 4 common. Okay, you get full art lands in there, so they're 10 a penny now. Right, that was the first pack. Nothing amazing. Right, onward. I probably should have done this better. Okay, anyway, we'll try and go through it. So I need to say I do these pack openings every set now, or pretty much every set, every regular price set anyway, where everyone we can play limited at, and I can get some prizes. Oh, that's a good one. All right, that's good already. That's Talon the Kindly Lord. So that's our first mythic. So mythic in Magic is about 1 in every 7 packs. Someone had this in our draft today as well. So this is 2, a blue and a black, for a 3/4 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, choose a number between 1 and 10, and it's when an opponent casts a spell with mana value, power, or toughness equal to the chosen number. The player loses 2 life, and you draw a card. Interesting card on first mythic. Ooh, this boost is really good, people. We're on to a roll with this one. So this is Parallel Lives. So this is a 3 and a green enchantment. It's not doubling season, but it's probably the next best one. It's if an effect will create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of that token effect. So it's doubling season, but for tokens only. It doesn't do like planeswalkers and various other things. Oh, is that another rare at the back? Virtue of Knowledge. Oh, isn't that a mythic? Yeah, that's a mythic as well. So we do it on a roll on this. So it's 4 and a blue for an enchantment. So if a permanent entering the battlefield causes the triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, the ability triggers another time. So that's pretty good. And then we've got instant is 1 and blue. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control, may choose new targets for the copy. That booster was really good. £30 plus booster for sure. Right. I'm sure some of the cards will go down. I mean, it's a good time to pick up most of the enchantments you're looking for. If you're looking for cards for enchantments in various for Commander or whatever other formats you play, it's a good time to pick them up because they're probably in the cheapest they'll be for a while. Even though doubling season is lower than it has been at some points, I'm sure it will go back up. Alright, that was a good pack anyway. Alright, I'm just trying to get some. That's a ginger brute. The ginger thing is called brute is cool. There's another couple of ginger ones. There's a rare gingerbread thing as well. Removal spell for limited. What's that do? Okay, so this is the rare in the set. I'll just zoom in. So this is basically look at the top 4 cards of your library. If the spell was bargain, oh sorry, bargain was another mechanic in the set. I forgot to explain that one. So bargain is as the spell. You may sack a spell resolves. You may sack an artifact, enchantment, or token, and you can basically get an additional effect. So this one being instead of the 4 cards, you look at the top 8 cards instead, and it's put 2 into hand, the rest on bottom of library in any order. Season of Growth, land, food token. There's some multiple arts on those cards. It's pretty cool. Alright, not as good as the last pack, but we're off to a good start anyway. We've already had 2 mythics and we're only 3 packs in. What are people feeling about Eldraine anyway? Are you enjoying this set? I mean, I'll wait and see, I think. I played enough of it at the moment, we'll see. That's the angle. The angle is probably better at that. Right. I mean, as I say, I've been busy doing a lot of other things for YouTube. I don't just do Magic videos, I do video game videos as well. I've been doing, I did a Hearthstone cracking packs as well. Anyway, I'm going to link all these in a playlist anyway, so you can look at the ones that interest you anyway. I have 2 different series for Magic anyway. I'm basically doing a series of these cracking packs, which is all about opening the packs. And then I'm also doing another series which is based on my Commander decks. I may also do some other miscellaneous ones at some point. Okay, so this is the rare. So this is Expel the Interlopers. This is one of the Wraths in the set. This is 3 a white and a white for a sorcery. It's choose a number between 0 and 10. It's destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the chosen number. So that's probably quite good in my Walls deck. I'll probably play that in that. Then we've got Grasp of Fate. So that was a commander card, and it was basically been downshifted. I believe that used to be a rare. Pretty good for an uncommon. A land and a bird token. I believe that's my first bird token. Anyway, so there's loads of birds in various sets. Not as impressive as like the bird barrier, the thing that made a load of birds in Dominaria. Alright. Let's try and get where we go. This video is going to be about 30 minutes, I would think. I've got some promos as well to show, and some other stuff that was given out on the pre-release. Okay, so that's the rare. So that's Mosswood Dread Knight. So this is one of the best cards in the set. It's not really expensive. It's a good card in constructed as well as limited, I assure you. It's a 1 in green for a 3/2 creature. It has trample, and it's when Mosswood Dread Knight dies, you may cast it from your graveyard as an adventure until the end of next turn. Its adventure side is 1 and a black for a sorcery. So you draw a card and lose 1 life. Very good card. Oh, what's this one? Oh, Dawn of Hope. It's basically the alternate art on it. It's just whenever you gain life, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card, and it's 3 and a white to make a soldier token with lifelink. And a glass casket. That's not rare, is it? No, that's an uncommon. That's not worth going through. That's on an adventure kind of token, which is quite cool. Alright, so we're on to the last pack of this one. Anyway, this one's been quite good anyway. This box has paid for itself, really. On just 1 card, actually. Right. Nothing so far. That's the rat thing I quite like. It's a modal thing. It's when he enters the battlefield, create rat, or sack another creature, draw a card, and creatures you control gain menace. Sorry about that. Shepherd. Godric. So that's my most played rare in the set. So it's basically a 1, a red and a red for a 3/3 with haste. But it has celebration as long as 2 or more non-land permanents entered. He becomes a 4/4 flying red dragon with haste and fire breathing until the end of the turn. That's a good card for limited and hatching plans. Now I'm just going to see if I can move these away, and I will stop the next one. I will say code card. Yeah, there's a code card in this one. I'll do it now. So there's people that are trying to claim the code card. So basically, it's first come, first serve people. Treat with respect as only claim 1 of the cards. You can only claim 1 of these codes anyway. So this will give you 6 Wilds of Eldrane boosters in MTG Arena. For those that play Arena, I'll just pause here for a minute. There you go, that's the code. Good luck for those that are trying to claim the code. Right, I'll just move these, and then we'll go on to the second set of boosters. It's going to be another one of the pre-release packs, so we'll do that one first, and then we'll move on to some regular packs. Right, set number 2. I doubt it's going to be as good as set number 1. Alright, let's see what we've got. So there's this monster, Wicked, and Hydra's Crown of Winter. So this is quite a cool card. It's 3 mana for a legendary artifact. Yeah, the glare on it's not great. Any of the falls don't come out great on these films anyway. So it's tap target creature for 1 mana. This ability costs 1 less to activate during your turn. So it's free in your turn. So if you're playing him aggressively, it's better than being on the defensive. Some people compare this to an Icy Manipulator. It's not like an Icy Manipulator, though. You can't tap lands and other stuff with it, whereas this only taps creatures. It does have another ability, though, at the end. It's free. Sacrifice Hydra Crown of Winter, draw a card for each tapped creature your opponents control. So that's similar to whatever the blue spell used to be called. I can't remember. Alright, so let's on to the regular packet. Booth. Oh, what's this? The End. Just 2 black and black for this spell. Costs 2 less if your life is 5 or less. It's exile target creature or planeswalker. Search this control's graveyard hand for any number of cards with the same name. So it's kind of like an extra pay kind of effect in addition to a removal spell. So that's interesting. Dark Tutelage and some land. Right, next one. It's also been really hot in the UK where I'm based in England, so it's been some of the hottest days of the year. Normally I've got the fan on in this kind of weather, but like it's in the evening now when I'm filming, so the fan is not on as in when I'm filming this. Okay, we're getting to the red. Oh. Alright, so this is one I've played. So this is a Saga, so this is quite a good limited card. It's 2 and a green for a Saga. Its first step is create a 3/3 green beast. Second step is you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, search your library for a creature or basic land, review it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. And then it's kind of mini overrun effect. It's up to 2 target creatures you control get +2/+2 and trample to the end of the turn. So it digs you down into your deck, can find a land if necessary, and a curiosity, a foil thing, and some land. Okay, so next. After we've done this one, we get a pre-release pack. We're going to do something else. We're going to do some promo packs, and then we're going to go on to some regular boosters as well. Looks like the second Wrath, so that's a duplicate. Oh, but there's another one behind it. So it's fixing on life. Okay, so this is the one where you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. As long as you have 0 or less life, all damage is dealt to you by infect. Okay. That did see play though at the time, from what I remember. Okie dokie. Eventually I'll learn how to do these videos better. I'm getting better, but like they're a bit rough and ready, these ones. The joy of opening the boosters isn't a thing. Anyway, opening boosters in paper is much more satisfying than opening digital boosters, and I do know because I did the digital ones as well. Okay, so this is I saw the one at the back. We would say that was a spoiler, but this one is the first one. It's 3 blind mice. So this is another Saga. It's the first step is create a 1/1 mouse with mouse creature. Step 2 and 3 is create a token that's a copy of target token you control. So in default, it's going to be a mouse unless your opponent manages to wipe the other mouse off. But you can copy bigger tokens. So I was playing this in my Boris deck today in the draft, which I went 2-1 with. I was copying knight tokens. I think I ended up with 5 of them in play on the last step. They basically creatures you control get +1/+1 and vigilance to the end of the turn. I also had another effect to give them haste and another +1/+0 as well. Right, so I don't know if I've spoiled anything. So this is Grave Pact. So this is a good card. This is in my various decks. This is my zombie commander deck for sure. It's whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. So it's really good if you have a sack outlet, something like Grim or something. Alright, so that was a good one. Another mythic, I believe that's our third, and a human token. Alright, so we've got two more boosters in this one. Still pretty good. I think the mythics are way above average on that. I've got like, was it 3 or 4 already? Alright. Running out of room. I'll have to clean up the cards to move space to film. Oh, I didn't even spoil anything. It says Rankle's Prank. The rare says 2 in a black. And it's got a mode. You choose 1 or more, so you can choose all of the modes if you want. Each player discards a card. Each player loses 4 life, or each player sacks 2 creatures. Dark Tutelage, nothing big at that, but okay. Alright, the last one in the pack. This is the rest. This is Elvish Archivist. This one's quite good as well. So it's 1 in green for a 0/1. It starts as a 0/1, though it grows quite quickly. It's when 1 or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, put 2+1/+1 counters on it. It only triggers once each turn, but it's worth bearing in mind there are various things in the set like artifacts, foods or artifacts. So it's whenever 1 or more enchantments enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. It only triggers once each turn. Good limited card anyway. Oh, and what's this? Rest in Peace on this. Oh, I like Rest in Peace. I play it in other decks as well. It's whether I regard this artwork as to be superior. So Rest in Peace is a 1 and a white for an enchantment. It's when it enters exile or graveyards, and if a card or token we put into graveyard from anywhere exile instead. Really good, played in Commander and various other Eternal formats. Right, I'll just try and move these, and then we will go on to the next one. Right, I've got another promo pack, which is just a promo from this set in the pack. I got another one as a prize, so I'll just open that separately. So this is it. So this is a rotisserie elemental. I love the name. It's like a rotisserie. It's a kind of cooking method. Basically, so this is a 1/1 with Menace. So it's basically like a bad Bomat Courier, the old school card. The way it... I say, okay, I'll explain what this one does. It's a 1/1 with Menace. It's when it deals the combat damage to a player, put a skewer counter on it. Then you may sacrifice it. If you do exile the top cards of X cards of your library, where X is the number of skewer counters on it, you may play the cards this turn, whereas Bomat Courier, as long as you had the mana opened to sacrifice it, you could get the cards at any point, basically. So this is worse. It's still not bad, but it's not as good as the Courier anyway, for sure. Right, so we're going to break it up now. We're going to open some promo packs. So these are the ones from March of the Machine. So I'm going to have 4 of these. These are the regular, these are the foil ones, which we generally get for winning a tournament or placing higher. And then there's some regular ones as well. So every card in this pack is going to be foil. So there could be some goodies in here. I've had one where I got a Shieldred in recently. Wish me luck. So the first card is Rancon Torbran. Not really worth explaining it. Scrappy Bruiser. Looks like a reject from Guardians of the Galaxy. And Temple Anchor. And I need that card, so I will keep that one. Alright, so I've got 3 of these foil ones, and then I've got some regular ones as well. Alright, starting with Archpriest of Shadows. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these cards because they're not new. Cameo the Whispered Hope. Oh, what's this one? Oh, that's a good one. It's Omnath, the multi... this Omnath, not being the better Omnath, but it's the Phyrexian Omnath. I've got. I'm at this point. I don't play Phyrexian mana symbols in my elemental deck, so I can't really play this one. But anyway, it might be available for trade. I'll see. I mean, I'm going to say before I get onto it, is say if you like this kind of style of video, pack opening videos, watch my boy Anthony, which Red Mana Madness on big up Red Mana Madness. I mean, you say he does a similar style of pack opening videos. The difference is he puts the cards on his eBay store, so you'll be able to buy most of the cards featured in the video. Well, I assume if you're in the UK, I'm not sure he does international shipping yet, but if you're based in the UK, you're golden, because he'll sort you out and he does them at fair prices, mostly Magic Card Market prices, which are a lot lower than eBay. Alright, on to the last of this promo pack. The Omnath was quite cool anyway, if not immediately that useful. Alright, so the last one. So we've got Nahiri's Warcrafting. Cammy of the Whispered Hope. Foil Bank Buster. That's quite cool. Okay, those are those. Right, now we're on to the regular ones. That have the Fibble picture on them. Phoenix. Fauna Shaman, that card used to be really good, and that it's still good. It's just not as cheaper than it used to be. Right, let's hope for 2. Kolga Nyadara, the dinosaur thing. The Halo Forager. So some fairies in the previous set, so that was one of them. And so the fairy support now is up. So they've reprinted Bitter Blossom as well. Urza. That Urza, not the great Urza. Alright, so those are those ones. Right, so now we're going to show you some promos that they gave out at the kind of events in the meals. So this was one of the 30th anniversary promos. So this is Lotus Petal. I was really happy when they gave these out. So this is one of the 30th anniversary promos. They've done various old cards with like the old this kind of style of border. So this is really cool. Lotus Petal, like in a reprint. I mean, you say this card still sees play in Pauper and various other formats, and have one of these nice Gucci versions is quite cool. I mean, I think this was one of the nicer promos they did recently. That's really cool. And then for the other, some of the other ones, we got Drown in the Lock. So this is harkening back to the original Eldraine. So this is blue and a black. For a choose target spell, choose one of its counter target spell with mana value X or less, equal to the number of cards in the human controller's graveyards, or destroy target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of cards in the controller's graveyard. And that was from the original Eldraine. Then these style of ones, Harvest of Souls, which is it's got the date of when it was out originally. So this one came out in 2012. I was still playing in 2012. I started earlier than that. I've been playing it 10 years for when this one came out originally. So it's 4 black and a black for a 5/5 with Death Touch. It's when a non-token creature dies, you may draw a card. Another one is the Lifecrafter's Beastery, or the Pokedex with the old style frame. It's at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may pay green. If you do so, draw a card. Still a good commander card. And then one of the newest ones is Cultivate. So you know what Cultivate does. It's just with the different artwork on it. So that's really cool. Alright, so now we'll go on to what should we do open now. Should we do the set boosters? I'll do the set boosters now, and then we'll go on to... Oh, there was also dice in the pre-release kit, so that's one of the dice. I get the other one out. Don't need to see it. Right, let's start with these are going to be set boosters. So set boosters differ from draft boosters. They have less cards in it. They have 12 cards. They come with these artwork cards like that. Alright, wish me luck. So this is Crown of Emerith. This is the... Ooh, I could actually see the next one. Sorry about that. I'm trying to do this one-handed in film. So it's, as it enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 3/1 Red Knight creature token. Then if you're the Monarch, it deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of creatures you control. Anyway, I'm a Commander player mostly, and I'm looking for cards in this deck to support my various decks. Knight is a deck I have. I have a Rat deck I think will gain a lot of cards from the new set, and I've got various forms of enchantment deck. I've got a Naya enchantments, and I've got an Esper enchantment deck as well. So I'm looking for cards that will go in those. So far... Okay, so this is the second round of the pack. So this is Likeness Looter. So it's blue and a black. It's a fairy shapeshifter. It has flying, and it's tapped to draw a card, discard a card. So loot, and it's X. This Looter becomes a copy of target creature card in your graveyard with mana value X, except it has flying, and this ability activated as a sorcery. Oh, are they 3 rares in this pack? Okay, they seem like they're more rares in this pack. So this is Blind Obedience. You know what it does, basically. It's artifacts and creatures your components control. Enter the battlefield tapped. It has Extort, which is whenever you cast a spell, you may pay white or black hybrid. If you do it, each opponent lose 1 life, and you may gain that much life. Oh, and a foil board. Alright, that was the first of the set boosters. Not bad. Alright, let's carry on. I mean, say those that haven't seen the channel before, I also do a lot of video game content as well. I mean, say I've been doing some various... I'm trying to get into gameplay at the moment on the channel. I'm trying to feature some gameplay. I've done various gameplay content. I've basically started, so say that's basically, that's my YouTube channel up on my TV displayed at the moment. So the videos I've done a Hearthstone video where I've done it from a Magic player's perspective. That's been quite popular. It's got 342 views at the moment. I've done a video game, my most top 25 expensive video games. They go up quite a lot. and I did a video on the slivers as my sliver commander deck as well. So those are my most recent videos. I've also going to do some various other stuff on like Minion Masters and some other games as well, which I'm filming as of this video. All right, let's get back to the opening. So we go carry on. There we go. Rare? No, that's not a rare. Okay, that's the first rare anyway. I can see there's a 4/1 on the back. It's Spectre of Mortality. So it's 3 black and a black for a 3/3 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile 1 or more creature cards in your graveyard. And when you do, each other creature gets -X and the end of the turn, where X is the number of creatures cards exiled this way. So that's pretty good. Oh my god. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. I love that already. This is Parallel Lives, but this is the alternate art Parallel Lives. We already got a regular one earlier, and so this is a full art one. So this is really cool. You don't need to know what it does. It's basically doubling season, but for tokens only. All right, that's really good. Probably the best card we pulled today, and we pulled 2 Parallel Lives. So since the set, so I've pulled 3 Parallel Lives. So that's pretty good. That will probably go in a sleeve at some point. And that's another one. Oh, fuck. Wow. Sorry about the language. I mean, I think that's my first swear words on the channel. I do try and make them family friendly. I'm sorry about that one. Apologise, YouTube. I'm sorry about that. But I just got Questing Beast. I was wondering at the time. I was like, in one of my other videos, I was mentioning Questing Beast. Do you think they'll reprint Questing Beast? And the honest answer is, they've reprinted Questing Beast. Well, in these boosters anyway. But anyway, so anyway, that's Questing Beast. That's a really good pull. Harking back to the original Eldrane. Got so many keywords. That's really good. I'm pretty happy with these boosters coming out, and I only had one, so that's pretty good. So that will definitely go into my one of my decks. Anyway, right. This pack opening is proving probably my best one. Right. If you want to see my other pack openings, I'll link them in a playlist. And we say they're all available in a playlist, and also my commander decks and everything else in another playlist. And I'll try and link them. I mean, so I link my decks on Moxfield, my commander decks as well in general. Oh wow, this is getting really good. So this is one of them landmark cards. This is Ashiok. Did it come out of an Ashiok pack? Yeah, it did, because thing on the front's Ashiok. So Ashiok out of an Ashiok pack. Yeah, so this is Ashiok, one of the landmark cards in the storyline. I'm not an expert on the storyline, but I do know it's one of the landmark characters. So Ashiok is, if you would pay life, well, your library has at least that many cards in it. Exile that many cards from your top of your library instead. Is look at the top 2 cards of your library. Exile one of them and put the other cards into hand. That's +1. It's -2 to create 2 1/1 Black Nightmare tokens at the beginning of combat on your turn. If a card was put into exile this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Target player exiles the top cards of their library, where X is the total mana value of the card you own in exile. Oh, is that? No, I thought that was a Blood Moon for a minute. It's Dragon Mantle. It was distracting me. Mana Dork. Nothing fantastic. But this pack opening's been quite good. These packs cost me all around, I paid 55 for all of them, and the rest were winnings. So I basically bought the 2 boxes, the rest were winnings. Ooh, Questing Druid. So that's quite cool. So that's the rare. So it's basically a 1 and a green for a 1/1. And so you cast a spell that's white, blue, black, put a counter on it. So it's basically like the old Quirion Dryad, other than it's slightly more flexible in that card, because it also has another mode, which is Seek the Beast. For 1 and a red for an instant event, and it's exiled the top 2 cards of your library until your next end step. You may play these cards. Another Rotisserie Elemental. I believe we had 2 of those now. Compulsion. Used to play that thing. Foil Cat. Right, we're getting there. Hope you stay with me to the end. Hopefully you enjoy it. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Obviously, I'll keep trying to do these the best of my ability. I'm learning as I go along. I've been doing these for a while now. I'm trying to work on new ideas. Anyway, I do enjoy cracking packs. You could the joy of opening boosters is unsurpassed. I don't recommend particularly purchasing boosters, though admittingly I try and win mine. Alright, this is Throne of Eldrane. I do like the artwork on it. It says, as Throne of Eldrane enters the battlefield, choose a colour. It's tap out 4 mana of your chosen colour. Spend the mana only to cast mono-coloured spells. 3 tap, draw 2 cards. Spend only mana of the chosen colour to activate this. Foul encounter for a sorcery, it's green. Look at top 5 cards of your library. You may exile a creature card from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of library in random order. You may cast the exile cards this turn. At the beginning of your next combat phase this turn, target creature control deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 target non-creature you don't control. Compulsion again. Oh, I've got just. I thought that was a smothering type. No, it's a Griffin area. It's not as good. And the thing. Alright, we've got 3 more of these, and then we've got some draft boosters. The last of the draft boosters, and then we'll be done. Alright. Oh, I have to shunt the QB out of the way. That's fine. I think generally the artwork in the set's pretty good anyway. If with them. Okay, so these is a pause. So this is basically they have a cycle of manlands. So you know the original manlands that were available in Zendikar. Well, they're more manlands in this set. So they basically tried to complete this cycle. I don't know if there's a full cycle of them now, but I believe there is. So this is the red-white one, Restless Bivouac. So it's a Boris land, so it taps a red or white, and it has 1 a red and a white. It becomes a 2/2 red and white ox until the end of turn. It's still a land, and it's whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So worst case scenario is you're attacking with this as a 3/3 if you've got no other thing to put the counter on. Knightly Valor. This is an extra one. This is a foil rare. So this is Gumdrop Poison. This is 2 and a black. On a 3/2 body, it has lifelink. It's whenever it enters the battlefield, up to 1 target creature gets -X, where X is the number of life you gain this turn. Its instant speed of adventure is for a black. It creates a food token, which basically means you can basically, when the poisoner comes in, if you have the mana available, you can basically gain life, because it helps you get full value off it and kill something. Alright, 2 more packs. Getting there. The floor is a mess, but we are just trying to show the stuff the best we can. Right. Oh, that's a rare, sorry for that. That's Charming Scoundrel. It's a human rogue. That's quite cool. I quite like that. It's 1 and a red for a 1/1. It's haste. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Discard a card, draw a card, so it's rummage. Create a treasure token. It's create a wicked roll attached to target creature you control. So you can, worst case scenario, you can do it on that. A Spreading Seas. And another token. Alright. Running out of room. Oh. I'm not sure if that, I believe that's the artwork. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, so that's the artwork card. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that. That's doubling season. Okay, so we'll see if we can get the actual doubling season. It'll be humorous if it comes out of the same pack. Oh, I did see someone open one today. That's not one. That's the rare. So it's an X-mana blue for a 0/1 with Skulk. So Skulk is not remembered that much abilities. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with greater power, so it's good in the late game. So it's basically Inducer's Prodigy enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, if it has 1 or more counters on it, you may remove the counter on it. If you do, draw a card. Compulsion, I think we must have nearly a playset of those. 3 bowls of porridge, that's just a cool artifact. Very flavourful. And our first one of the list cards is Traveller's Cloak. Alright, last set booster. Oh, it's where the questing beast was from the list as well, so it's not actually the first list card we've got. It's the Ratter art card. Quite cool. Giant. That's some of the food synergies. So that's a green-black food thing. So Golgari food is kind of a deck synergy. Alright, so this pack would have been quite good if you were playing it in limited anyway. But there's various that's the troll, which is another of the Golgari things. So it's when it enters the battlefield, create a monster or attached to it. So basically monster is +1/+1 trample. And it's second or attached to the troll. For the troll to fight target creature you don't control. If the creature would die this turn, exile it instead, activate as a sorcery, and it's a 4/4 body. Vampiric Rites. Foil Catapult. Alright, those are all those boosters. Now we'll move on to the last boosters. We have 3 more Wilds of Eldrane pack to go through. These are the draft packs. So these are 15 card pack. Oh, that's another one. That's a Rowan, full art Rowan. So that's another full art mythic. And the pack has a picture of Rowan on it as well, so that's what it is. So Rowan basically is a 4/2 with Menace. It's supposed to cast this turn that are black and all red. X costs less to cast, where X is the amount of life you lost this turn. Activate as a sorcery, so that's another really cool card. Oh, we're doing alright. So Primal Vigor. So this is not doubling season, but this is another doubling like season effect. So this is basically So basically, this is a global doubling season. So this is 4 and a green. Basically, so it's a global doubling season. If one or more tokens would be created, twice as many tokens are created instead. If one or more tokens would be put on creature, twice that many. It's for everyone. It affects everyone equally. I mean, say don't play this card in limited people. It's bad. In constructed, that's another matter. You have to weigh up the benefits. I think I play it in one deck and not in the other one. Right, so we've got 2 more left. Anyway, we're doing pretty well. I think this is one of my better pack openings. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the video. Rankle's Prank. That's another duplicate card. I'm sure we had 2 of those, but I know we're going to get duplicates. Ooh. Raid Bombardment, full art, and the rat. Nice rat token. I might put those. I have a rat deck. I'll feature it at some point in one of my videos, but I need to update that deck. I still need to put all the Kamigawa rats in, yet alone the ones from this set. Anyway, last pack, and then we will tell you a little bit more about things, and then I'll round up the video. Elusive Otter, that's cool. Not many otters in the thing. I mean, and then what was the one that was a companion? The companion one's the busted one that I can think of. So this is blue for a 1/1. It has power, says creatures with power less than elusive otters, power can't block it. And then it's got Gaia's Bounty, which is green and an X and a green for distribute X +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. Utopia Sprawl to end with. Right, I do believe that's everything, and as you can see, sorry for my feet getting into the shot though, so that you can see all the mess I've made as in the video. Alright, thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed watching the thing. And good luck with your pack openings. I hope you get what you wanted. I was certainly happy with these ones. I did pretty well. Sorry for the swear words. Sorry about that. Honestly, I'm normally quite family friendly, but like I got quite excited. Alright. Thanks very much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, as always, I say I'll keep doing these. And then you say, I'll see you again soon. I'll still have some more videos coming out soon, but they won't necessarily be magic ones. But like, I hope you'll join me for the video game videos as well. I mean, you say my next magic video will probably be a Commander video. I haven't decided what I'm going to do on that one, but like that will be coming shortly. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.